Hey everybody, welcome to the new Gruesome Twosome podcast. For the first time, this is the first episode.
Uh-oh.
And I'm Hellsing, and I'm here with...
Boner Lee.
And this is kind of a new thing that we're going to do. We just, I don't know, the video thing was kind of aggravating sometimes.
A little bit.
It was kind of like, you had to wait forever to get it up on YouTube, blah, 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 blah. You had to go through all their bullshit. So this makes it easier on us to do a podcast.
And we can talk however long we want and really not give a shit. So that's kind of nice too.
Right. Now, we've got just random stuff for this first one because we kind of came in ill-prepared, I guess you could say.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, we do. You got to see us at band practice.
Uh-oh, yeah.
But, we've got a few things, like major announcements.
Oh, God, major.
And the first one would be Mr. Robert Freddy Krueger England at Horror Hound Weekend, September 6th through the 8th in Indianapolis.
Oh, my God. Talk about being excited. I've wanted to meet this guy since I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
He's been at Flashback Weekend a couple times years ago, but something always came up and I couldn't go. So I'm really fucking excited about this.
The best thing, besides meeting the guy, would just be, this would be the next best thing, is meeting him with the makeup and the glove and all that stuff on. I think that would just be a fanboy's dream.
I think he does do the photo ops. I think they're probably going to do the photo ops with the glove. Because I've seen at other conventions that he's been at that they've done that. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't really care.
I'll stand in fucking line all goddamn day.
VIP passes are already sold out for anybody who's thinking about doing that. They announced that yesterday. Right after they announced him, it was like VIP passes are sold out.
And it's funny because if I do that, it kind of cuts into my Days of the Dead money. But at the same time, I'm thinking, well, it's worth it.
It's true.
To meet Robert Englund, because we've got stuff going on with Days of the Dead, or aside from Days of the Dead, not really connected to Days of the Dead.
The same weekend.
It's the same weekend, but, I've been kind of looking forward. I didn't know they were bringing Robert Englund, which... They always fucking tell me this shit late. Every fucking time. It never fails.
The best stuff always comes late, so, at least it's happening.
But, yeah, it's fucking cool as hell, and I'm fucking excited for it.
Well, as long as he doesn't cancel.
Yeah.
There's the... Oh, fuck.
There's always that possibility somebody cancels who you really want to meet, and it kind of pisses you off, and you're kind of sad and shit. But, you got other people at Horror Hound Weekend, too, which a lot of people are going to meet Jamie Kennedy.
Malibu's Most Wanted! What up?
I'm fucking so excited to meet him.
Who gives a shit about him? I don't understand. I mean, yeah, he's alright, I guess. I mean, Scream.
I couldn't give two shits about Jamie Kennedy. Where the fuck was he in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back?
I don't know that either. It says that he was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but I don't know.
I don't remember that, but... he was the fucking guy that brought Chris Rock his coffee.
Oh, that's right.
That's
he said, "Did you spit in this?" And he's like,
"Taste
no,
that
sir. No. Why would they put that? He's in there for 2 seconds.
I don't know.
That's
it's
horrible.
kind of like putting Vivica A. Fox on there. What the fuck has she done?
She was in Booty Call, dude.
Give it.
It doesn't get any more horror than that.
Right. And they've got the addition of David Warner, who has been in a ton of movies that I really like Ninja Turtles Part 2.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The Doctor.
And, he was in he was in The Omen and fucking, just a ton of cool stuff. So I'm kind of really excited about meeting him. Steve Miner, who directed Friday the 13th 2 and 3.
Yeah.
He's going to be there.
House.
Yeah, he directed House, yeah. And he worked on Last House on the Left, which is one of my favorite Wes Craven movies. Of course, Danielle Harris. I fucking love her, man.
Don't forget about Larry Drake.
Larry fucking Drake,
I'm stoked, dude. I'm a huge fan of Dr. Giggles.
Dr. Giggles.
And then the shit he did on Tales from the Crypt. The All Through the House episode of Santa.
That was classic, man.
Love it.
I fucking love that episode. Fucking Darkman. I mean...
Darkman.
Good God.
Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
He was like the coolest fucking bad guy in Darkman.
Yeah, he was cool.
Of course, they got Barry Bostwick.
Hey man, he was on Spin City.
Yeah, okay.
Rocky Horror, but
Rocky Horror, I'll give him points for it. It's one of my favorite rock musicals.
But that's all he's done as far as like horror, and that's not even really horror. I mean,
well, he was in Weekend at Bernie's, and that movie's scary as fuck.
Bernie was scary.
And so, I mean, they've got him. They've got Monica Keena, who was in Night of the Demons remake and Freddy vs. Jason.
And then other random yahoos from Freddy vs. Jason. I mean, it's not really...
Nobody
nobody cares, really.
I mean, that movie wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be.
Their big thing was like they're doing this Freddy vs. Jason reunion thing, and it's just, I mean, Robert Englund's all you need.
Right.
It doesn't need to be Freddy vs. Jason.
If it had been Robert Englund and Kane Hodder in that movie, that would have been fucking a lot better than the bullshit we got.
That's the way it should have been.
Now, they got Steve Dash, who, of course, played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 2.
Yeah.
Even though Warrington fucking Gillette says he didn't.
He popped through the window.
Fucking guy pisses me off. And
he pops through the window.
They've got Mr. Dan Yeager from Texas Chainsaw 3D. Like, really, the only movie he's being credited for on this appearance, which I think it might be his only one.
Well, he's probably got other stuff in the works. I don't know. Then they're doing like a Twin Peaks reunion, which I didn't really even watch Twin Peaks.
I did when I was a kid. I remember seeing the show. I never watched the movie, but I remember seeing the show.
I might have seen the show a few times, but I never watched the movie.
But I mean, as far as like the guests from that, like Sherilyn Fenn, who was in The Wraith.
Yeah.
God, she was hot in The Wraith, man. Who recently played Lulu Hogg in the Dukes of Hazzard: The Beginning bullshit. But really, out of that, it's like her and Michael Parks. Like, Michael Parks is a guy I wouldn't mind meeting.
Dana Ashbrook, though, Return of the Living Dead Part 2, I love it.
Yeah.
He jabs a screwdriver in the head.
Get that goddamn screwdriver out of my head!
That's pretty classic, but I mean, do I really want to meet him right now?
I really don't care. He was
like, what was it?
Tony Danza.
What was it like stabbing that thing in the head? And of course, Tom Savini's dumbass is going to be there. Like,
fucking asshole. I hate that fucking guy, man.
You know, for somebody who doesn't like meeting people at conventions, he sure does a lot of fucking conventions.
Right. Well, that's how he's still getting his fucking money.
I don't even know if he still does his school.
Jesus Christ.
His makeup effects thing, he's supposed to be doing that.
He's the biggest fucking dick I've ever had the pleasure of fucking meeting. Or displeasure, I should say.
He's got problems.
God.
He's not a nice fellow.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Robert Kurtzman did Wishmaster, Broke from Dusk Till Dawn, did special effects on random movies. He's going to be there, which is cool. And then they've got a bunch of other people who gives a fuck.
Yeah, for the Mask Fest thing that they do every year.
Like, I give a shit about the guy from Face Off.
But some people give a shit. Like, it's weird. I don't know.
Maybe if I was a mask maker, I'd be jizzing in my pants about that, but I'm not.
Yeah, well, you know. And I guess for everybody that wants to know, you know, you get tickets, you know, go to horrorhoundweekend.com. And they got the pre-sale going on, and for anybody out there, since they announced this Robert Englund thing, you might want to get your fucking tickets, because I remember they did that Walking Dead one in Cincinnati a few months back.
Fuck, and that was ridiculous.
You couldn't even get there. I mean, people had weekend passes, they couldn't even get into the place, so... And I was there for the George Romero, Clive Barker. Were you at that one?
No, I wasn't at that one.
It was fucking insane. Like, people were in line for Romero for like 8 hours. I don't. We ran into him outside just smoking a cigarette. Didn't even have to wait in line. And we were like, "Hey, man, can we get a picture with you?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure."
I would have stood in line for Romero. Like,
I wanted to.
I'm gonna have to do it for England. I'm willing to guarantee I'm gonna have to stand in line for fucking ever just to meet him.
I'm getting there early. Got to get there early.
Squirrely. I'm gonna get there as soon as I can, get my fucking ticket and haul ass.
You got to.
But yeah, you know, and they're doing the VIPs are all fucking sold out.
Yeah, those are gone.
Completely gone. Like the day passes and the weekend passes. I heard though that they're talking about one of the day passes probably being gone for some, like, not after pre-sale where you can't get them or whatever.
Yeah. Seriously, getting the weekend passes right now is probably your best bet. They're like $35, or you pay $20. Like, at the day of the show, I think it's probably going to be, a day pass is probably going to be $25 or $30 just for the day. So
that fucking sucks, man.
You pretty much better get your fucking tickets now, because
I'm just going to have to get a day pass and be happy. I mean,
I feel like I need to get a weekend, because what if I got to stand in line all fucking day just to meet Robert Englund, and I wasted my whole day?
If it's anything like Cincinnati with the fucking Walking Dead, which was just fucking ridiculous, you had all these fucking non-horror geeks coming out of the fucking woodwork. They weren't there for anything else. They could have fucking cared less.
That's true.
You know, you had people like us who couldn't fucking go because of assholes who watch too much fucking television.
And we're not talking shit. I mean, I love The Walking Dead, don't get me wrong. I do.
I like The Walking Dead too, but it's ridiculous when you get people that are going to a fucking convention for horror fans, and the real fucking horror fans can't even get in.
Or stuck outside because they can't fucking get in.
And they're standing out there for fucking ever. People were driving from fucking, Florida, New Jersey.
Couldn't even get inside. And people had passes. Like, people had passes to this, and they could not get in the door.
And then you got
Which
fucking
is really
people
weird.
on there. You fucking seen Horror Hound's Facebook light up.
Oh, people were fucking pissed, wanting their money back and stuff. But I mean, I'll give it to Horror Hound. They're the best convention going. I mean, the Horror Hound fucking they are, and they know it. I mean, they're making shitloads of money.
It's kind of a toss up for me. I do like Days of the Dead.
Days of the Dead is good, but
I like Horror Hounds too. Horror Hound was actually the first convention I ever went to.
Yeah.
Which fucking I had a good time at my first ever horror convention and met tons of cool people, but that whole Walking Dead bullshit, the zombie phase is getting fucking out of hand.
It is to an extent, yeah.
I used to fucking love zombie movies. Now they've got fucking this bullshit called Warm Bodies.
You know, I just watched that not that long.
Oh fuck!
I couldn't even finish it. It was so bad.
I fucking hated it.
You know, the beginning of it, I thought was that I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know, from inside his mind, he's like talking about, oh, you know, every day I walk around, you know, whatever. And I was like, that's kind of cool. And then like 10 minutes into it, I'm like, what's happened to my life? Like,
I was so fucking bored, my dick fell asleep.
Ugh. That does happen. It's weird.
I hated that. Then you got The Walking Dead, which I do like watching The Walking Dead.
I do.
But
I love
the
it.
shit's getting out of hand. That fucking World War Z came out.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking like it.
I haven't watched it.
I know you haven't seen it yet, but as a fucking fan of the classic Romero zombie, or even the fucking Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead, I like that movie. But, you know, after they started bringing them back out hardcore after that, I was
it's just going through its phase right now where it's being overdone like everything else.
Like the fucking vampire phase is kind of gone now, thank God.
Yeah. Well, like even when you look at the 80s, I mean, look, the slasher film was like done to death, you know what I mean? And then it went away for a few years, and then Scream came back out, and it kind of brought it back.
But even in the 80s when they were doing fucking slasher movies out the ass, there was not really a bad one.
No, not really. Well, I saw a couple.
Well, I've seen a few, you know. That,
you ever seen Fatal Games?
Yes, unfortunately.
Kills people with a javelin. That is the worst fucking idea. That is like one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
I remember watching it and being like, what the fuck?
But it was a hell of a lot better than the bullshit we're getting served now.
Oh, that's true.
They add too much CGI to shit now.
There's a lot of bullshit out. And this year's been kind of stagnant for horror films in general. I think the last couple of years there really have been a lot out. Like,
there's nothing original coming out anymore. It's all fucking remakes.
And if you look at what's happening like the rest of the year, it's like, what do you got? The Carrie remake?
What do you fucking do?
The Conjuring.
Yeah, that.
What else?
That preview's fucking ridiculous.
I'm sick of that shit too. I'm sick of the ghost, the haunted, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm sick of that.
Ghosts and zombies are like the big fucking thing.
Oh, and Insidious 2. I saw the trailer for that.
I didn't even like the first one.
You know, I thought it was okay up until Darth Maul showed up.
Like
sewing a sweater or whatever he was doing, playing Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim was kind of cool hearing it in it.
Well, it was creepy, but then
that song has always been creepy.
I saw him, and
Tiny Tim was an ugly motherfucker.
They ruined it by showing that dude look like that.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck is
like when he's standing in the shados and you see him reach his arm out? That was kind of fucking creepy
until it actually shows his face, and you're like, Darth Maul?
Wow, George Lucas.
It's like, what's happening?
But I mean, it's just that whole fucking thing with overdoing zombies, overdoing ghosts.
Oh, I agree.
I've probably seen maybe 2 original movies out of the whole fucking year so far.
It's I always say this though, but then something comes along that like is totally original. But it's really fucking hard to do anything original anymore.
The Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. Walking Dead. Zombies guided by a master plan for complete domination of the Earth. Plan 9 from outer space.
Try too hard, but it's too late. Your race has gone too far. With the pulse from my ray gun, I'll show you what we are. Grave robbers from outer space. Grave robbers from outer space. Grave robbers from outer space. Plan 9, destroy the human race. Grave robbers from outer space. Grave robbers from outer space. Grave robbers from outer space. Plan 9, destroy the human race.
God help us in the future.
You sit there and you think about like you're
Nobody's
just
fucking
like
trying.
everything's been done, and what can you really do to be original?
I would like to see somebody at least do a half-ass attempt.
Well, I mean, every now and then, let me think. What was the last really good original movie that came out that you're like, I've never seen that before. That's gonna take some thinking.
Actually, like, I'm not gonna kind of go off phase here with it, but that movie Skyline.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen
That is like one of the kind of coolest sci-fi alien movies I've ever seen.
Right.
Because it was different. It wasn't like Battle of Los Angeles where they're taking on the fucking Transformers.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all that was. That movie Battleship was just as fucking bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Skyline was a different approach, and I really did appreciate that.
But then it also seems like when things are original and do come out, then they run the shit into the ground. Like Saw.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Saw like for the first time. I was like, "This is fucking sweet!" Like it was an awesome idea, cool concept, and then they made 7 or 8 of them.
And it wasn't really a horror movie. It was more of a torment movie, kind of like suspense.
Yeah, and then that started the whole when there was Hostel.
And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed movies when the franchise would grow out, like Friday the 13th. I like how they did that, Nightmare on Elm Street. But it had to be...
But then towards the end, they kind of got a little stupid. In all fairness, Jason X was kind of, come on now.
Right.
There's a couple cool scenes in it. Like when he breaks the chick's face, freezes it, and then, shatters it. That's cool.
But see, it was the fun concept in the 80s, though, that they had an iconic movie villain. And Jigsaw was not that kind of villain, and I didn't really care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I like the first Saw. The first 3 Saws are really good.
Yeah.
After the third one, they should have fucking stopped.
Yeah, I agree. As far as now, though, there's not really any cool, iconic villains except for Victor Crowley. Yeah. Victor Crowley. That's about all I can think of. From anything I've seen, there's not a reoccurring, this guy's...
Well, as much as I love Victor Crowley, which I do, I actually like Babyface from The Hills Run Red.
That is a cool character.
He fucking looks kick-ass.
That movie's really good.
I
don't think that gets enough credit for being,
It doesn't.
Really good movie, because it's a good concept. I guess that's a really cool concept, too.
It's neat how they did it, too, because they kind of played it like it was a found footage movie mixed in with an actual movie. So it was different the way they approached it, but the killer just fucking looked amazing. It's kind of like that movie Monster Man. That movie was fucking terrible. But
you got the monster truck?
Yeah, it was like a tractor, but a truck. But
I actually think I have that movie.
He actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was the best effect of the movie was the bad guy.
I agree.
But, I mean, really, you don't have any icons anymore. It kind of sucks. There's only a handful that really are worth a damn.
They're just not, nobody can write good characters like that anymore. I mean, that's why they're trying to rehash everything that's been done in the past, but even that's not working. Obviously with the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh, fuck.
They had this thing and same thing with Friday the 13th. When that came out, they were like, we signed on to do 2 or 3 more, and they haven't done shit.
Well, word has it, though, that, Platinum Dunes and those jackoffs over there are getting with Paramount to do Friday the 13th Part 2. Again.
We'll see.
I don't know if there's going to be a name added to it, like Friday the 13th.
Part 2 again.
Jason jerks off on Manhattan, whatever.
He might.
But it's something that's actually really happening now, I guess, since Paramount got the rights back.
But we've heard this before.
We have heard this before. But what's really cool about that is that Paramount's got the rights to all the Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah, they got it all back.
So, and it's coming out in September on a Blu-ray collection, which is going to be... I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah.
What it looks like. It's going to look really cool. But my biggest thing with it is that they're putting, like, the last, 5 or 6 movies?
I think the first 4 are all on their own disc, and then I think 5 and 6 are together, 7 and 8 are together.
Yeah.
Jason X is going to be
Jason
on
Goes to Hell and Jason X are on the same disc, and
there's 10 discs.
Yeah, and then the Friday the 13th remake is going to be on there as well. Oh, I think Freddy vs. Jason's getting boxed with it too. Yeah, Freddy vs. Jason.
Apparently there's 11 hours of previously released. They're adding a bunch of the same shit on there.
Which, if Paramount really cared about the fans in releasing this, I think it should
do something
be
new.
All the movies in their own separate packaging with the original movie art. And no uncut versions? Are you fucking serious?
I don't know about that.
Oh, man, that's shitty.
There's like a 40-page booklet, which is from the book Crystal Lake Memories.
Yeah,
they're just rehashing everything. That's kind of shitty.
Which the Crystal Lake Memories documentary, I gotta say, will probably be the best one out of from like his name was Jason and all that bullshit. But this one's being done by the same people that did the Nightmare on Elm Street, Never Sleep Again.
That's a damn
good documentary.
If you got like 7 hours of time to watch all of it, I mean it's long.
My wife got pissed at me for watching that.
I spent like a whole day.
I did too. And
like, how can you watch this? It's like it's interesting.
They also did the Return of the Living Dead one too, didn't they? Same company.
They might have.
I'm thinking they
More
did.
Brains,
that was really good too. Yeah. So I'm really interested in seeing Crystal Lake Memories, the documentary, because it's going to have everybody, and I mean everybody, from the movies, except for the people who are either dead or too old.
You know, in all honesty, I don't know if I'll buy this on Blu-ray. I don't know if I care enough to buy it. I bought these movies so many times already. I used to have the other box set that they put out, the DVD box set, and then they put out the uncut versions or whatever, like with all the other special features on them, and I ended up buying all those.
I've still got,
and these aren't going to be uncut, so it's like
Friday the 13th box set, just 1 through 8.
Yeah,
that's all I've got. I don't really give a shit to really buy the shit when they reissue it again. But seeing how it's going to be on Blu-ray, I'm kind of thinking about it. Yeah. Even though
I'm not sold on Blu-ray still. I know I'm weird, but like
I know you say that like the older movies look like shit on Blu-ray.
The first Friday the 13th looked like shit when I saw it on Blu-ray. The Kevin Bacon scene where he gets the spear up through his neck, you could see the prosthetic, the outline of the prosthetic. It was horrible. If anybody's got that Blu-ray, watch that part. It looks horrible.
And see, I'm kind of the opposite of that with Blu-ray.
And Texas Chainsaw.
Like, I've heard seriously shitty things about Chainsaw, the way it looks.
It looks crisp and clean, man. Like, it's supposed to look dirty and gritty and grimy. You know
I like the dirty and gritty.
Well, see, it's not on there.
That's what made
it looks
that
like
movie.
It was filmed yesterday. It didn't look good.
The dirty and the gritty makes it more real, if you ask me. But
like, I couldn't imagine watching, I don't know if Last House on the Left is on Blu-ray, but I think that would look horrible.
That would probably be pretty bad.
It'd be bad.
Like, I kind of like the more late 90s or late 80s, early 90s movies on Blu-ray because they look a lot better. They're more polished.
Oh, yeah.
Like The Crow. Fucking unbelievable on Blu-ray.
I don't have a problem with, like, newer movies, and but, like, and, like, the stuff that Scream Factory's doing.
Oh.
Like, they're releasing a lot of really good stuff, and, I mean, I'll buy some of those. Like, they just came out with the Burning one. And, like, the Fun House, and Phantasm 2, and the Howling, and they got a bunch of shit coming out.
Well, they got Q now. If you've ever seen that movie, why the fuck would you ever buy it on Blu-ray? That movie is so shitty. Man, it was directed by Larry Cohen, who made It's Alive.
People buy everything, man.
Those movies are awesome, I will say that. But, I don't know. I don't know. I'd kind of like to get the Blu-ray set, but on the other hand, I don't want to pay out the fucking ass for something I've already got.
That's true.
I'll just stick with the DVDs on this one, I guess. You know, I
mean, when I look at what you get, I mean, I've got all the movies. They're not uncut. They've got 11 hours of shit that I've already got. No. Well, I'm paying for a patch. You get a Camp Crystal Lake Counselor patch.
See, I could add
That's what I'm getting.
I could add that to my new vest.
Yeah, but is it worth like $100 some bucks?
Fuck no, I wouldn't pay that much for a fucking patch.
I mean, seriously,
I get pissed off paying $5 for gas. You know,
you can probably buy that patch at Days of the Dead when we go.
I probably could.
I mean, I don't think it really matters.
They'll probably have it sitting out somewhere.
I just can't see myself paying that much to do that. I don't really care enough.
If I were the last man on earth, I would still love you. If I wait to find I'm left behind, I would see it through. Yeah!
But coming up next week, not this weekend, but the weekend after, we've got Days of the Dead in Indianapolis.
Days of the Dead, yeah. I was like, who?
Yeah.
And we got a show.
And we've got a show that Saturday night, too, with First Jason.
Yeah.
And some other bands.
And some burlesque dancers, isn't that?
And some burlesque dancers.
Burlesque dancers.
Opus Della Morte, Fist to Face. And I cannot remember the fucking last band on that.
I don't know, but for those of you guys who don't know us yet, I guess we're both in Adam Age Vampire.
Adam Age Vampire.
Just so you know,
we're the ones with that chart-topping hit, Dead at the Drive-In.
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal.
I don't think we're that big of a deal. But...
Oh yeah, we're gonna be a big deal, but no, pretentious asshole. No. No, but yeah, we just released our album not that long ago.
Taking bands and taking names. I can't even say the fucking album title.
And you can get that on iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby,
AdamAgeVampire.com.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, I'm not shameless.
No, but
fucking plug it to everybody.
But we got lots of. We got some shows coming up, and I guess if you don't like us on Facebook, check us out.
If you don't like us on Facebook, you won't like us at all.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube.
Yeah,
we're kind of everywhere.
We've got our own email too.
Oh yeah, don't want to brag, but we have an email.
Gruesome Twosome show @gmail.com.
And one thing we're gonna start doing is we want people to write in and ask us. If you got questions or you want to know our opinions on anything, just write us either on Facebook or email us, and
we're not fucking know-it-alls either, so don't fucking write in some shit that we're probably not gonna know.
No, don't do that, and
be smart about it.
And we're pretty honest, so I don't really hold back on what I feel about stuff.
If we think a movie fucking sucks, we'll tear it a new fucking asshole.
I've gotten shit in the past for giving my opinion on something that somebody asked me my opinion on, and they got mad that you don't know what you're talking about. It's dude,
then why fucking ask somebody?
It's not like I'm going to kiss your ass and say, that was amazing.
Right. Well, unless you got something we want to do.
It's true. Then we'll kiss all the ass you want.
No, seriously, though. We strive like hell to give our honest opinions about shit. And one of the things that Darrow Chemical Company.
Yeah.
They were promoting this new album, EP, that's coming out. And they said they wanted honest opinions. Well, I contacted them. I said, yeah. Why don't you give it to us and we'll review it and we'll be straightforward about it because that's how we are. And they jumped on it. So we're getting that sent to us around fucking July.
Yeah, and we're playing with them August 3rd in Fort Wayne too. So. And
JV has met us. He knows exactly how we are. So.
Yeah, we've played with him before. So.
I think he knows how honest and how much of a mouth I am. So, he's seen me sing and talk to the crowd, so...
It's true.
But, yeah, where is I going now?
I don't know.
Oh, Days of the Dead. Yeah, we've got a show on that Saturday night, but I'm going to be there for the whole weekend of Days of the Dead. I'll be staying at the hotel. I'm going to have to wait for
Us guys
to show up.
We're going to get there.
And, I think Ponch is coming out
Saturday, probably.
Saturday. Well, I think he's leaving Friday.
Oh, maybe he might.
So we'll find out. But
we'll find out.
A ton of people going to be at Days of the Dead. Roddy Piper, of course, the famous wrestler.
Okay. Danny Trejo,
which I actually really love Machete. Angus Scrim from Phantasm. The tall man. Boy, Gary Busey. I've got to meet the Buse. That's just my thing. I have to meet Gary Busey. He's Uncle Red from Silver Bullet. And what the hell are you doing?
I had to take care of business.
And he's played a ton of awesome characters, which I love Gary Busey.
Oh my god, yeah.
That is just going to be fucking phenomenal.
Because he's a fucking nutbag.
He is, and he's like a cool fucking nutbag. He's kind of like the uncle you want to have.
I don't know.
That's why I like him as Uncle Red, because he kind of
I feel like if he was my uncle, he would touch me, and I don't know if I don't want him to touch me really.
Oh shit!
But I don't know. I might like it. Who knows? But I do. If you haven't seen the movie,
I just get that image in my head.
Yeah, of him touching me.
Yeah, him just going, "Well, lay down there and."
If you haven't seen the movie Bulletproof with Gary Busey, do yourself a favor and check that out, or just watch YouTube. He calls people butthorn.
I so wanted to call me a butthorn.
And Danny Trejo was in that.
Yeah, Danny Trejo was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is it fucking storming out?
It is storming.
Holy shit. And rock legend Lita Ford will be there.
Uh-oh.
Which...
Kiss me once, kiss me twice.
Kiss me deadly. No, I mean, I've been a fan of the Runaways for a long time, and she was the lead guitarist in the Runaways.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to meeting her as well, and just getting her autograph. Linda Blair from the fucking Exorcist is going to be there.
She's going to be vomiting on everybody.
Yeah, I'm
spinning her head around.
I'm kind of psyched about meeting her. I've never met her yet.
I'm thinking she was at something I went to before, but I don't remember. She's all into, like, PETA shit now, isn't she?
Yeah, she's all... It's weird seeing Linda Blair from The Exorcist talking about protecting animals.
and masturbating with a crucifix.
Yeah, you gotta... God, that scene still
sense.
sticks with me. Her jamming that cross in her vagina.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It is.
Odors Ferungus from Guar will be there.
Oh, yeah.
And me and
Dave Rocky.
Me and Boner are huge Holliston fans.
Yeah. And
we love Guar on top of it. So that's going to be really cool getting to see Dave Brocky in the costume, fucking talking to us, calling us scumbags and scumdogs and whatever.
Looking at his codfish.
Yeah, I want to see his pufferfish.
We got Don Coscarelli.
Don Coscarelli will be kind of cool, but really, I mean, out of Phantasm and, you know, Bubba Hotep, really, what is there to talk about?
I like Bubba Hotep more than I like Phantasm. I'm going to take shit for this, but everybody that I know that watches Phantasm thinks that movie is like the fucking bee's knees, and I don't. It's okay.
To be honest, I like the sequels better than the first movie. Part 2 and 3 are fucking awesome together.
Like, I own them all because I have to. When you're a completist, you kind of got to do what you got to do. But I'm not that into them, man. I don't know why. They kind of bore me. Like I said,
I mean, I didn't care too much for Oblivion, but I do like 2 and 3. Those are like my favorite of the Phantasms. Because
I think 3.
Reggie's fun as hell in those movies.
Yeah.
He's more of a badass.
Reggie. Oh, God.
And so also we got coming up down there Tony Todd, Candyman, or Reverend Zombie, as people will probably know him more now. Chris Sarandon from the original Fright Night, which is fucking
and does
sweet.
the voice of Jack Skellington.
He does do the voice of Jack Skellington. How the fuck did I not remember that?
I don't know. It's a good thing I reminded you.
God.
That's what I'm here for.
Derek Mears from Friday the 13th, 2009 is going to be there. Which he's pretty cool guy. When I met him, he was talking about how he partied with Slayer.
What?
He's a big Slayer fan. He's like fucking cool as hell. Tyler Mane from Rob Zombie's Halloweens is going to be there. Michael Myers.
A couple other people from Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah, a couple other people. Heather Langenkamp, who I have yet to meet because her fucking line is so goddamn long.
Tuesday night.
Lisa Wilcox from Nightmare on Elm Street 4. That is fucking the tits.
You want to see their tits?
Oh, I don't want to see their tits. I just think it's the tits that are going to be there. Adam Green from Holliston.
Director of Hatchet.
That is going to be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
That's going to be real fucking sweet.
And it might be even sweeter.
If he comes to our show.
We'll see what happens.
Rochelle Davis from the Crow, not the upcoming bullshit remake, but the original is going to be there.
Another remake.
Kane Hodder, my favorite Jason, is going to be there.
I think it's everybody's favorite Jason.
He pretty much built
that character. It's not like Warrington Gillette's somebody's favorite Jason. He might be.
Ugh.
There's somebody out there.
I hope not.
There's somebody out there.
Oh my God! Please
no.
no.
I love that guy.
There's a lot of people like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 too.
Well, no.
Thing Fest is happening down there as well. They're going to have some people from the John Carpenter's remake of The Thing from '82,
which is pretty amazing.
It's pretty cool, but when they get Kurt Russell, then I'll be all excited.
Yeah, they don't have Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell would be fucking the shit because he's in a lot of my favorite movies. Who the fuck is Thomas Waits? Is he really that important that you have to bring him to Thing Fest? I mean, Keith David, okay, I can understand. Richard Mazer, he was in fucking License to Drive. I mean, Killjoy from Necrophagia.
Oh god, don't forget about Twisted.
I don't want fucking Juggalo bullshit.
Oh, the Juggalos. They're going to be out in droves.
They're going to be there Saturday only. Well, thank God I've got a show on Saturday night.
Oh, man, we can invite them out. They can rap with us.
Oh, I fucking hate Twisted. But Killjoy from Necrophagia is cool as fuck.
They're Twisted as shit.
Somebody from Silent Hill. Jennifer Banco.
We can't pronounce her name.
Jennifer Banco from Chainsaw 3, Leatherface Chainsaw 3, and Friday the 13th 7 is going to be there.
It's her first ever appearance.
First ever appearance?
Oh god, yeah. I wonder what she looks like lately.
You haven't seen her yet?
No. I saw her when she was a kid.
She looks like an older version of herself from the first set. That's pretty much all I can say.
That kind of goes without saying.
Well, she's got boobs now.
She doesn't look like Jake Busey, does she? Because
no.
he's going to be there too.
Jake Busey, he looks so much like his fucking dad, dude.
He's not as insane, but...
No, not as insane.
No, it ain't cool, Conley.
Fuck you, Maul, dude.
Shit.
Leslie Easterbrook is going to be there. Police Academy. Badoing.
Was that like... Okay.
John Dugan, Grandpa from the original Chainsaw, and Chainsaw 3D is going to be there. John Russo, who was there last year, but I never got to talk to him.
He's been in a bunch of conventions I've been to.
Cabin Fever reunion.
Serena Vincent. Joey
Jordan Ladd. And apparently the Blair Witch Project reunion got canceled because...
Who really cares?
It was what it was.
I don't give a fuck about the Blair
It started
Witch
the
Project.
whole fucking reality bullshit.
It's boring. Even back in the day when I watched it, I thought it was boring as
I
shit.
fell asleep at the movies watching it.
Everybody's like, oh my god, it's so scary. It's like nothing fucking happens.
I went and seen it 3 fucking times and fell asleep all 3 fucking times. I didn't fall asleep as fast as I did with the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, but I still fell asleep.
I'll talk about that.
And of course, Wicked Beard is going to be there again, displaying his costumes. And the first time I seen him dressed up as Jason, I about shit because it was like identical.
Don't
to the
shoot.
movie. Sammy Terry, Indiana Legend's going to be there. And just some other random people.
Random people. We're going to be there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Come get us for an autograph. $50 a pop.
The editor from Fangoria is going to be there. So I'm kind of interested in talking with her too.
Yeah.
See if we can't get our album reviewed.
We gotta
Fangoria.
we need to get Rue Morgan to review it. I know we can do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Toe Tag's going to be there. Fred Vogel. The Toe Tag Pictures boys.
August Underground.
Yeah.
And then some other people who have made documentaries and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it for Days of the Dead.
Yahoos.
But if you're there over the weekend, Saturday night, the only place to be is at the Jukebox in Indy.
Indy's Jukebox, yeah.
Watching First Jason with Adam Age Vampire.
Who's that? No, sure.
And kicking some fucking ass, blowing some shit up.
We're going to blow stuff up.
Spilling some
Literally.
blood.
No,
not really. And
I don't know what else. What else?
Death House. We haven't talked about Death House yet.
House.
The Gunnar Hansen
Oh yeah.
movie. It's
Yeah.
like I had found out about this, and they were talking like a few years ago when the Expendables came out about a fucking movie
Like an all-star cast of
Like-
movie villains.
the Expendables, but with everybody from horror movies.
Yeah.
And I think it's an awesome fucking idea.
It is cool, but it could get really stupid and cheesy. Too.
It could get really stupid and cheesy.
Like Freddy vs. Jason.
That was terrible.
It was, I saw that at the theater and I had fun with it, even though it's kind of horrible.
I think, I was in between because I like Freddy and Jason, but I think I was more on Freddy's side, seeing that was Robert Englund.
I was totally on Freddy's side.
But
I'm a Freddy fan.
Death House could be something special if they do it right, which from what it sounds like they're having Robert Englund, Gunnar Hansen, Kane Hodder, Tony Todd, possibly Sid Haig, Bill Moseley.
They should get Warwick Davis.
Don't fuck the Leprechaun. They don't have the fucking Leprechaun in it now.
They should.
God,
It's the fucking Leprechaun, dude.
I can't watch Willow without laughing my ass
I
off.
know.
Man.
It's weird.
Kyra!
And then he goes to the hood and Ice-T's has an afro. I don't know what's happening, but
I don't know. It just sounds like a cool idea, and it's set in a prison, and
we'll
there's
see.
these serial killers called the Four Horsemen, and it's like
And Ric Flair's in it.
Ric Flair?
The Four Horsemen.
Jesus Christ!
Come on, Arn Anderson.
Oh fuck! I totally forgot him.
The Four Horsemen, man.
Wasn't Erwin R. Shyster in there?
Erwin R. Shyster wasn't in. Oh my god.
IRS.
He was in Money Inc.
Oh, that's right.
with the $1 Million Man. Come on, let's get our wrestling facts straight.
I'm sorry. That was a long fucking time ago. Like, I'm still stuck on the Ultimate Warrior, for fuck's sakes.
Well, we all
And
are.
Hulk Hogan, like, when he was fucking badass. I mean, he started doing those shitty movies like Suburban Commando.
Dude, No Holds Barred ruled, though.
That was a good movie. But Thunder in Paradise.
That was horrible.
But yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool movie to check out. The Purge. Did you like The Purge?
It was okay. I was expecting it to be a lot better. But, I mean, I didn't hate it. I thought it was alright.
I did not like it.
Yeah.
I thought the characters were absolutely fucking retarded.
I was expecting more violence. I
Yeah.
always expect more
Well,
violence.
you'd think it's 12 hours of everything that people could do,
Yeah.
and you're stuck in a fucking house for the whole time the movie's playing. And it's fucking... The characters are dumb.
Yeah.
Had it been me in that situation, that movie would have been fucking 5 minutes long.
What were you saying earlier, that the daughter gets lost in the house?
How do you
It's
lose
like a
your
house.
daughter in their own fucking house, okay? It's not like quarantine where it's a fucking apartment
And they're
building.
like 2 hours like walking around a house.
You-
And like it's like an endless house.
You'd think, like, the dumbass chick would have stayed with her parents. There's no power. I know my kids come running to me when the lights go off.
Well, she was trying to bang her boyfriend.
God, fucking people are stupid in that movie.
And then the black guy had to hide in the special spot.
That movie would have been 5 minutes long. I would have shot
It was
somebody in the
alright.
fucking self.
It was alright. I didn't think it was like amazing or anything. I actually thought it was gonna be a lot better than what it was.
I
I remember because when I saw the trailer for it originally, I was like, "This is gonna be pretty fucking sweet." And then I watched it, and I was kind of like,
I was not a fan
It's
at
alright.
all. I thought it was fucking terrible.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Like, and speaking of terrible, with like you said, you hadn't seen VHS 2 yet.
no,
I absolutely loved it, and
I wasn't a big fan of the first one.
I wasn't a fan of the first one either. But
I think
the
people blow the
second
fuck
one,
out of that.
it was fucking really good. The second one had good stories to it, compared to the first one where it was kind of like you could know what was going to fucking happen. But part 2 was just like it kind of kept you right there, like you were like, what the hell's going on, you know?
I'll probably check it out. I might have to.
I really liked it. And of course, there's another one you haven't seen, Hatchet 3.
Well, next time we do this podcast, we're gonna review that.
Which that came out a couple weeks ago.
They were doing it like video on demand or something.
They are doing. That's how I watched it.
I downloaded a torrent illegally. Wait, no, I didn't. Horrible. I don't do that stuff.
That's terrible. Don't download, kid.
Yeah, that's bad. I was just joking.
I can't even fucking look at you with a straight face on that one.
Yeah, that's just wrong. But anyway, I'm gonna watch that.
But yeah,
there's not a lot coming out. As far as movies go, but
I'm gonna be struggling with the next time we do this because it's kind of like running out of shit.
Well, we'll talk about probably by the time we do this again, we might have went to Days of the Dead.
No.
We'll be able to talk about that.
No.
Maybe there'll be some funny stories. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then we can talk about Hatchet 3.
And I don't think you guys really give a shit about Curse of Chucky or whatever the fuck it is. I just don't know. So I don't even want to bring that shit up. You know, I didn't care for the fucking last 2 that they put out.
He's a good guy, though.
He's a good guy, dog. The movies fucking suck after part 3.
He's your friend of the end. Heidi ho.
Really, I'll honestly, I only really care for Child's Play 1 anyways.
I like the first 3.
I mean, I like 2, I like 3, but I don't like them as much as I like the first one.
Oh,
like,
you can say that
2
about
and 3
every
were
movie.
funny. That's when he started to get the comedy shit.
Yeah.
But by the time I got to Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, it was just fucking stupid.
It wasn't. There a rapper? Wasn't Redman in?
Yeah,
was it Redman?
You know, he was in Seed of Chucky. Like, the soundtrack for Bride of Chucky was actually fucking cool, man. It had Judas Priest, Slayer.
What was up with putting like rappers in those movies? Remember, they got that, and then LL Cool J was in H2O, and then Busta Rhymes was in Halloween Resurrection, and then Redman was in Seed of Chucky.
What's your fuck from Destiny's Child?
Oh, Destiny's Child, yeah.
Was it Freddy vs. Jason?
Yeah. What the fuck happened in the late 90s?
And then fucking Trey Songz in Texas Chainsaw 3D. Is it like a fucking fad that you have to put somebody from the fucking hip-hop world in these movies?
I think so.
I don't see anybody from any metal band or punk band being in a fucking movie, or like horror movie and playing a part.
No.
That fucking shit's getting
When
loud.
there's lightning! I don't know if everybody can hear the thunder.
You're gonna start singing like that geek from Empty Arms. Rainbow in the night!
Like a rainbow in the night. Oh, those aren't the lyrics, dude. Oh, well, you know I'm drunk.
Guy's a fucking idiot.
Hopefully he listens to this podcast.
I hope he does, because he's a fucking asshole. He's a pussy whip bastard. I don't care, I'll say it.
But really, we'd love to play with Empty Arms.
Yeah, we'd really love that.
But
God, if you fuck up a Dio song in front of me, I'm never hanging
especially
out
like the most popular Dio song
ever again.
I'm a huge Dio fan. His biggest hit. Oh, I don't know the words.
I fucking that
Cool,
guy.
man.
The look on our face was fucking priceless when he did that. I just got.
We still talk about it. And it's been years.
Yeah, and we still have that same look on our face talking about it.
I can't fathom it.
It's like I get a sour taste in my mouth and shit.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's probably all we got to talk about, really.
And we hope you enjoy the songs we play in between this stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna play a lot of horror bands. We're gonna do a lot of local stuff. Then we're gonna do, I guess, our buddies' bands, kind of bands we enjoy.
We'll upgrade it and start doing some more stuff. I think for this first one, like our friends' bands are gonna be showcased. So, and we'll probably play one of our songs too, just to be assholes.
We're always going to play one of our songs. It's probably going to be the opening theme song, I would imagine, that you heard before this starts.
I'll probably.
It will be.
Okay.
Just.
I was saying I could probably switch it up if you want. But
no, I don't want you to do that.
Okay, well I'll keep our song as the opener and not say fuck it's not getting played on here.
There we go.
No. Or I'll just throw one in anyways.
We'll figure it out.
But that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to the first ever podcast and. I don't know, anything you want to add?
Not really. It's just
well,
what else can you say other than
like
horror kind of sucks right now a little bit. And
if you guys have questions or just want to tell us how bad we fucking suck at this,
please
just
tell us.
Remember to send your all questions and complaints to the Gruesome Twosome Show at gmail.com.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm Hellsing.
I'm Boner Lee.
And fuck you, good night.
That was just so wrong.